So in this segment, we're going to be talking about Boris Johnson, trying to reduce the amount of checks in the Irish Sea, so between GB and Northern Ireland, and he could do this through an SPS agreement with the EU, but instead he's trying to be a douche. So Boris Johnson said he's trying to get rid of the ludicrous Brexit border checks in Northern Ireland by sandpapering the protocol he signed with the EU in 2020. So he's trying to smooth it out. But Boris, you said there would be no checks, and also you signed up to this. So are you saying you did not know what you voted for, what you agreed to, what you helped to write? Is that what you're saying, Boris? Because if that's the case, then people in 2016 had no chance of understanding what kind of Brexit they voted for if you couldn't even figure out the Northern Ireland Protocol that you signed up to and voted for in Parliament. What a clown this man is. In a TV interview in Northern Ireland, he also said the protocol had been misinterpreted and border checks were supposed to be a light touch. I mean, to be fair, from what I've read, the EU only check around 30% of Britain's exports. That sounds pretty light. That's not even half. Also, the fact that if you think it has been misinterpreted, there is a complaints mechanism within the Northern Ireland Protocol that you could use. So why aren't you using it? Is it the case that nothing's been misinterpreted? You've just been stupid. He says what we are doing is what I think is removing the unnecessary protuberances. I think that's how you pronounce it, and barriers that have grown up, and we are getting the barnacles off the thing and sandpapering it into shape. So basically saying that he wants to reduce some of the he wants to maybe reduce the amount of checks, even though he could do that if he agrees to a novel SPS agreement with the EU. Let's not forget here, we will cut to this video of Boris Johnson.
By some process, it's just nonsense. So actually, Northern Ireland has got a great deal.
Really? Northern Ireland's got a great deal, so why are you so mad about the Northern Ireland Protocol then? What's going on there, bro? Why are you mad about it?
It's got a great deal. You keep free movement, you keep access to the single market, but you also have, as it says in the deal, unfettered access to GB.
Unfettered access. That's what he said, and now he's saying he needs to sand it down and make some changes, etc. But you said there would be no checks, man. Well, what's going on, man? What's going on? I don't know. I'm very confused by this, because clearly people in 2016 would have no idea what they voted for if Boris Johnson had no idea what he voted for and helped to write with regards to the Northern Ireland Protocol. Anyways, there's enough of that. He claimed the way the protocol had been interpreted did not conform with the clauses in the deal, which specifically state the importance of maintaining the integral place of Northern Ireland in the United Kingdom's internal market. No one's done that. One of the main issues they're having is the fact that there aren't enough customs agents and there aren't enough border facilities. If we had those in place, then there would be less issues. Also, if we had a novel SPS agreement with the EU, but at the same time, some of these border facilities couldn't go up in place because there are unionists in Northern Ireland who are mad that there's a border in the Irish Sea, and that Northern Ireland is effectively, when it comes to regulations surrounding goods, is closer to the Republic of Ireland than it is to Great Britain. That Great Britain can diverge from certain standards, but Northern Ireland can't. So that's another issue. But you promised these things wouldn't happen, Boris. I don't know. I thought you were a man of integrity. I thought you were a man who could be trusted. Johnson said if he concluded the Irish Sea trade checks were not working in the interests of the UK, he would invoke Article 16, which allows either London or Brussels to temporarily suspend the protocol, according to the BBC. So this is his threat. He's not going to do it because that's going to cause massive problems internationally. This is if he does that, that would destroy the Good Friday Agreement. He's not going to do that. He said if the EU is going to be very dogmatic about it and we continue to be in an absurd situation, so you can't bring in rose bushes with British soil into Northern Ireland, you can't bring British sausages into Northern Ireland, then frankly we'll have to take further steps. I mean, there is a complaints mechanism within the Northern Ireland Protocol. If you're mad about it, there are steps you could take. If you think the EU are misinterpreting the Northern Ireland Protocol, you could put in a complaint with the process. You could get Lord David the Iceman Frost in there to say, look, these are the areas where you've misinterpreted things. You're not doing that. I wonder why. So invoking Article 16 would be hugely confrontational, and relations with the EU have yet to recover from an official in Brussels threatening to move in January in relation to vaccine supplies. And we remember what a stink that caused and how much British politicians are still talking about that today, despite the fact that it happened in January. Officials in London and Brussels are engaged in intense technical talks to smooth the application of the protocol, which has been opposed by unionists and contributed to loyalist rioting in Easter. We all remember that. Last week, the European Commission Vice President Šefčovič described a meeting with Frost as productive, so clearly things are hopefully moving in the right direction, but the UK keep asking the EU to be flexible. However, the EU are saying you implement the parts of the Northern Ireland Protocol you are meant to implement and then we'll go from there, which seems like a fair argument. So what the arguments that Boris Johnson are making are ridiculous. You have Michael Martin telling BBC Spotlight that it was overly dramatic for anyone to claim that the protocol was tearing the UK apart, and if it was the case that this is the thing that's tearing the UK apart, who's to blame here? Is it the EU? Or is it the UK who agreed to the Northern Ireland Protocol? The EU didn't force us to accept this, we accepted this. So it's on us. He said there appeared to be signs that unionists who are campaigning to have the protocol scrapped would try to make the protocol work. So, he's saying that maybe unionists finally get it, that this is all they have. They have to make this thing work. Both Martin and Johnson were also asked about the prospect of a referendum on a united Ireland, with Boris Johnson saying it's a very, very long way away for such a border poll. Whilst Martin also denounced the prospect of a referendum in the near future, describing it as explosive and divisive. So it's very interesting that he's kind of said that, because I don't know his politics personally, but I would have thought maybe he would want a united Ireland. So, that's very interesting he said that. Johnson said he would prefer people within the UK to think collectively about what they can do together rather than concentrating on how they can split themselves apart. This is Boris Johnson, the man who's attacked the EU with fake news since the early 2000s. This is Boris Johnson, the man who pushed for the referendum in 2016. This is Boris Johnson who pushed for one of the most aggressive forms of Brexit, which, Brexit itself has split the country. This is Boris Johnson who refuses to have any sort of alignment with the EU in order to resolve problems. This is Boris Johnson who agreed to the Northern Ireland Protocol and voted to support it. And now he's complaining about people being divisive and causing problems when we need to work together. You're the problem. You're the reason people can't work together, because you keep causing issues. So it says here, Johnson mentioned that a referendum is provided for under the Good Friday Agreement with UK law, enabling a vote in the Northern Ireland Act 1998. If at any time it appears likely to him, the Northern Ireland Secretary, that a majority of those... Wait, did it say him in the legislation? That's weird. That a majority of those voting would express a wish that Northern Ireland should cease to be a part of the United Kingdom and form as part of a united Ireland, the government will enable a border poll. So there is there. The polls are saying, from what I've read, that people within Northern Ireland think that there will be a united Ireland within 25 years, which is quite interesting. So we'll see in 25 years' time if I'm still doing this, if that's the case. It also says there would be a referendum, there would at the same time be a referendum south of the border on a united Ireland, where this order given by the British government. So it'd be interesting to see people's thoughts from the Republic of Ireland on a united Ireland. But what can we gather from this video is that Boris Johnson is complaining about the Northern Ireland Protocol once again, saying that he might end up scrapping it and that the protocol needs to become more efficient. When you sandpaper something down, it means to smooth it out, and he talks about getting the barnacles off, which is more of a ship thing. But I'm not sure how much of an impact barnacles have on a ship. Maybe ship people can tell me. But we can gather that Boris Johnson is complaining once again about a protocol that he supported and voted on and campaigned on a general election with, and promised it was the best of both worlds. Northern Ireland without access, unfettered access to Great Britain, and also unfettered access for goods from the EU. One of them's a lie, the other one is not. When it comes to goods, Northern Ireland has free access to EU goods, but not to goods from Great Britain. And so anyways, we're going to leave it there. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.